All right. DeMarcus, how are you doing?
I'm doing good,
You
man.
know what, DeMarcus, actually, it doesn't matter how you're doing because today is the day that we've all been waiting for. The day of media comes to the Jardo Awards, the BGE podcast, and they come to accept their awards. Who will get the coveted overall Best Media of the Year awards? We're not doing how you're doing today because it doesn't matter because today is the Jardo Awards. Be excited for that. Hold on, let me play the music.
The award category finalists are.
Oops, that's the wrong one.
Apparently, this man has set up a lot of shit, y'all. And we finna see how it's gonna go. I do not even know. I haven't even seen the notes or the outline for this episode. So I'm going on this ride for the first time, just like y'all are.
God, hold on. I didn't even share the sound. I was too excited. Okay, here
But
we
while
go.
he getting himself together, if I could put y'all on to something, um, I've been watching the season finale of Top Boy, the season 3 finale. But this season 3 of Top Boy is good, and if y'all never seen it, like Top Boy is about folks selling drugs in the UK or
In,
whatever.
in good
They
old
all got
London town.
they all got the accents and whatnot. So and yo, they last season they killed my boy Jamie, who's like the young up and comer, and so now the two old heads duking it out. Well, they ain't really duking it out, but they was trying to figure out who gonna run everything, and it's good. It is. I can't say enough about it, but I don't want to spoil it just in case somebody ain't seen it.
Well, I haven't seen it, but what I've been watching is High on the Hog. It tells the story about Black and African American and African culinary experiences through history. And season two really was great, talking about how the Black culinary experience helped African Americans
Mm-hmm.
throughout the civil rights era. But today is the day of the Jardo Awards, where I have picked my favorite things in media. And um, I think this is going to be a really fun episode. This is going to be a really fun event. Right now, we're just on our computers, but next year we are going to be in San Francisco in the big arenas, giving these awards out to the people right there. Also, want to say again that Beyonce is, of course, the overall winner. So, My House isn't on here. Her song that just came out. Renaissance isn't on here. Her movie that just came out because the nominations were already in. But Beyonce is my personal overall winner. So,
And I just want to
DeMarcus,
say, Jared chose all the nominees. He chose all the winners. I'm just here as a voice box for his, let's say, story. At this point, I'm gonna decide whether it's foolishness or not later.
do you not think it's going
I
to be
already,
good?
I already done seen Boruto too many times on this, and I'm not. I'm already over it. We ain't had music a whole year, and now all of a sudden this man got theme music.
All right. So now
Where's the break?
introducing.
Where are we gonna put in the BGE in?
No,
You jumped the gun.
this whole thing is sponsored by BetterHelp. You can get your therapy anytime, anywhere with betterhelp.com/BGE pod. Go to betterhelp.com/BGE pod and tell them that we sent you. I'm too excited for even the commercial. All right. Can we do the first nominations?
The first nominations, the first category. So I need to announce the categories and the nominations.
I mean, it's however you want to do it. That's your part.
Okay, bet. All right. So first category we have this year is Song of the Year. This is the song that Jared thought killed the game, was on repeat, made the most streams or sales or whatever. Probably not any of that. It's probably just Jared's opinion, what he likes the most. So the nominees are On My Mama by Victoria Monet. That's the joint that samples On My Mama, On My
Yeah,
Hood. I look
yeah.
fly. I like that song too.
Okay.
Bongos by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I've heard it a
Hmm.
couple of times. Wasn't impressed.
Oh,
All right.
wow. Did you see the video?
Hood Rats by Sexy Red and Suki Hana. I don't think I heard that one,
Oh, you should
but
go listen to it.
this last one is if I get a vote, which I don't, um, this is where my vote would be. Rich Baby Daddy by Sexy Red and Drake. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me.
So, DeMarcus, have you seen these videos?
I don't think I've seen any of these videos.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really watch music videos no more. Like
Wow.
every now and again, I put some on, but not often.
Is it because there are no
Hmm.
more MTV?
Nah, because I've been when I was in Seattle, I watched more music videos because I would hang out with my friends, and
Uh,
we would hang out. We would like just talk and have music videos playing in the background. But I think that was more because they was into that than I was into that. So, and we would just watch them on YouTube.
all right. So, DeMarcus has already said that his award is going to go to Sexy Red and Drake for Sexy Baby Daddy. You know, I loved all these songs. I use them in my Instagram stories.
The song is called "Rich Baby Daddy," by the
Oh,
way.
Rich Baby Daddy. I don't even know what the song is. But I think the song that has stayed in my mind the most that I couldn't get rid of throughout this year has been
Rich
Rich
Baby Daddy
Baby
Gang.
Daddy by
Yeah,
Sexy
come
Red and
on.
Drake. Yeah. I mean it's a catchy tune. I've
Just getting
only
that
like
ass over. Let
yeah,
that coochie breathe.
yeah.
Did
I've
Sexy Red
only
make the song? Sexy
yeah.
Red makes that song.
Even though, so I'm giving her this award, even though she's a Trump supporter. And
Mm.
ugh, I know, I know, I know.
Take it back. Give it to Bongos or something. Give it to somebody else. Take it back.
But I just think that her because she was saying she's a Trump supporter because during that time we got stimulus checks. So she's like, I'm gonna vote for Trump because we get free check money. So
Mm.
I just don't think
That
her
was that was
knowledge.
Congress, not Trump, baby. That was
Yeah,
Congress doing that.
yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah.
I don't think that she knows, but anyways, that was song of the year.
What's that? What's that song from? What's that? What was that tune? That little tune from?
So
That
I
did.
just have like a soundboard of award
You
show
bought a
music.
soundboard?
No, it's online.
Oh, okay.
Like I have a whole bunch of little awards
I was
that
about to say, like you
award
done got
sounds.
serious.
I mean, I just typed in award show soundboard and this came up. So I actually have two of them on my screen because one didn't have music I like. You know, one has some songs I like, so the other one had other songs I like. So neither one
Shoot,
has a
well,
drum roll. So mm.
um, if I had an input in this award show at all, some nominees that I would have put on there for song of the year. Let me just pull up my list here of my favorite songs this year. No L's,
No,
no
no,
L's from Smino.
who?
Um, Spin About You by Drake and 21 Savage.
Okay.
Uh, Sprinter, Dave and Central C. They was on tonight. You didn't get no love to the UK rappers.
I don't
Yeah,
know any
Doja
UK
by
rap.
Central C.
Wow.
You know that song. You know Doja. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. You never heard that song?
No, why would I listen to a
Jared, you
song that says
sleep,
something
bro.
like that?
Jared, you sleep, bro. Um, and creeping. Metro Boomin, The
TLC?
Weekend. No. Metro Boomin, The Weekend, and 21 Savage. I think it's sampled TSC joint.
DeMarcus, I know none of these songs.
Cause you ain't hip, bro. You out of touch.
Yeah,
You out of touch.
very out of touch.
And that's why this should have been a collaborative effort. We both should have been putting in nominations. We should have let the people decide, our fans decide, instead of
No.
this just being the Jardo Awards.
This is the Jardo
Next year,
Awards.
next year it'll be the BGE Awards, and y'all will
Really?
have a say. Yes, it
Mm.
will.
Really?
Yep,
I'm not too sure about that. On
I'm
to the
sure
next
about it.
category.
The next category is stop playing them damn sounds where I'm talking. The next category is manga series OTY
That means of
of
the
the
year.
Why you got it typed out on every other category, but then got this OTY on every third one?
Look, because I had to rearrange things. I had to rearrange things. So
Anyway, okay, manga series of the year. We got Chainsaw Man, JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen,
okay.
My Hero Academia, Boruto, and Great Cleric.
Oh wow.
Great Cleric, is that the one? What's Great Cleric?
The Great Cleric. I thought you saw this. The Great Cleric is about this. It's this um guy who gets killed
He's
in the
raised by
real
like
world.
undead folks.
No, he gets killed in the real world and then he gets transported to another world and becomes this ultra powerful supreme level cleric in like 7 years. So I thought you saw that.
Mm. Is that the one? I think is that the one where he was I don't know about getting transferred to another world. That's the part that don't stick with me, but because I think never mind. It's all good.
Yeah, it's the isekai. So did you did you read any manga this year?
Not at all.
Dang. All right. So my manga of the year is I don't like that one. Ooh. The bombs. Okay, my manga of the year is it's got to go to Boruto because I read the whole 67 manga run of Boruto where the nine-tailed fox died, Sasuke lost his Uchiha?
Sharingan?
Yeah, his Sharingan powers, where Naruto and Sasuke were greatly depowered, and then they did the time jump. Wow, I gotta give it to Boruto this year. Boruto is an amazing comic, and it only comes out once a month. What's up with that? So, yeah, definitely Boruto is my manga of the year for this year.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna have an opinion on this one because I haven't read any manga this year. I haven't read manga in many years actually because I just rather wait on the anime. I'm one of those.
So what was the last manga that you read?
The last manga I read, who knows, bro? Who
Mm,
knows? Because it
wow.
was years. It was probably when I was still in like high school or undergrad.
Wow.
So it's like we
You
talking
need to
like
get back into it. Manga's fun. You would probably like the jobless reincarnation manga because it's all lovey-dovey and crap now.
the jobless reincarnation. I mean, I would probably enjoy reading the manga, but already have a hard time keeping up with my comics. I'm not going to be able to.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't make a lot of time to read. Basically.
okay. All right. On to the next. Hold on. I'm about to play some music.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the fireworks?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed them so much. So the next category is
All right.
new anime of the year.
All right.
Um, and he's inconsistent with the number of nominations in these. So
Oh
like one
yeah.
got 4, one got 5, one got like 10. It's it's he should have ran this by the group, but he didn't,
I
and
did. I
he
did
did
not.
not for this specific reason, so he could do whatever he wanted. The new anime of the year nominees are Pluto, Undead Unluck, Reborn as a Vending Machine, Now I Wander the Dungeon, and Heavenly Delusion.
All right.
The only one of these that I've seen is Pluto.
You saw Heavenly Delusion.
Heavenly Delusion. Which one is that one?
Hold on, let me give the Japanese name. Heavenly Delusion was where it was a anime split into two parts. One part was them wandering the world. It was like a post-apocalyptic world trying to find heaven. And then the other part were these kids that were in this school type place. And they were
Mm, yeah, I know about a Japanese name, but which I
yeah.
can't recall now. Oh, okay. But if that's those two being the ones I've seen, I'm gonna give it to Pluto.
Really? Did you watch all of Pluto?
Yeah.
Tengoku de
Wait, did I
Mike
finish Pluto?
Kyo.
Let me think about it. I think I did finish Pluto.
Wow.
I know. I mean, I'm there's a chance that I might not have because I was watching it with my girl, and like I hate watching stuff with people because I feel like other people don't make as much time to watch TV as I do.
Like how you are with Married to Medicine.
I don't watch Married to Medicine, but like when if it's a show that I like, it's like I watch it when it comes out every day, or if it comes out every Friday, I'm watching it every Friday or whatever.
All right.
Or if I'm binging something, it's like I'm watching at least one episode of it every night or every other day. Like I'm gonna finish it. But when I watch stuff with people, it's like, oh, like they'll, when we hang out, they'll be like, oh, I don't feel like watching it today. Let's do it next time. And then it just fall off our radar completely. And I'd be like, I just need to go ahead and finish this shit myself.
So did
But
you finish it?
I'm not sure. I think I did.
Mm. So Pluto would be your new anime series of the year, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Pluto will be my new anime series of the year. Yep.
Okay. Well, since this is the Jardo Awards, the Jardo Award goes to Heavenly Delusion or Daimako. Oh, Tengoku Daimakyo. But Heavenly Delusion. Heavenly Delusion was so good. It had everything I wanted
It
in
was.
anime.
Did I finish that one? I don't know if I finished that one, but
Wow.
that one was good, but it wasn't better than Pluto. I think what I enjoyed more about Pluto than Heavenly Delusion is that the story was more concise and it was more streamlined,
Yeah. Yeah, Heavenly Delusion
even if the
was all
episodes were
over the
long.
place. But when we
Yeah.
found out that the boy's consciousness are transferred into the girl, and then
Oh yeah, that
and
twist,
then
yeah.
when she got uh molested, yeah, it was crazy. Oh, you didn't get that far.
Maybe I did. Hmm.
Oh, you didn't get that far. Yeah, yeah. It was, and then like the whole like everything changed. Then like one of the people in the school had a baby, and they're like, "How did you have this baby? Who are you having sex with?" So, and then like ghosts were flying around.
Oh,
It
I
got
do remember
crazy.
the kid having a baby.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it got crazy. Heavenly Delusion got crazy, and I loved every minute. It seemed like as much of an adult show that Pluto was, Heavenly Illusion was also that adult show as well. But Heavenly was like extreme, and Pluto was trying to make you think. Like Pluto was a great show, but Heavenly Illusion, it's gotta go to Heavenly
Hmm.
Illusion for me.
Yeah, Pluto was like, it's like, why are you destroying the Earth the way you is? And it's like, damn, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And all the different robots. It was nice figuring out like or seeing how they lived. So yeah, it was a very good show.
Okay, are we ready for the next category?
Yeah.
You're not gonna play a sound?
Okay, let me play a sound to usher in this next category. And by the way, these Jardo Awards are brought to you by um BetterHelp.
You already said that.
But I can say it again because we need some money. We got to pay these bills. BetterHelp.com/BGE pod. Let's move to the next one.
Excellent, excellent. All right, that was new anime of the year. The next category is returning anime of the year. So this is an anime that we've been watching that's coming back, and we get to enjoy it again. The nomin. Do you want to say anything else about this category? Anything about the nominees? What was the criteria?
The
How we got
criteria
here?
is how much I enjoyed it. But well, why don't you read the nominees and then tell me who you would pick?
I will. I will. All right. So returning anime of the year nominees are Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, Demon Slayer, and Boruto. Once again,
Mm.
Boruto already got an award, so I'm gonna just leave him off of the every other nominee list.
You can't leave.
Um,
That was for the manga. This is for the anime. It's not.
I said what I said. I
Oh my
would give this
goodness.
to I would give this one to Bleach, honestly, because not only did Bleach come back hard, Bleach already had a special place in my heart for the excuse me, for the just for the nostalgia alone. And then I'm thinking about these other two, the other two ones, not Boruto. It's only three nominees here. Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. Those are both really good, but I don't think they don't have the longevity, they don't have the legacy of Bleach yet. That's why I would pick Bleach.
So I binge all of Bleach this year, earlier this year. So that had to be on there, and I enjoyed every second of it. And I don't know why people stick their noses up to Boruto. Like it's an amazing anime. Like even the filler was amazing. But all of these shows were good. All these shows were amazing. Actually, like there were some great moments with every single show this year. But the winner is Bleach. Mm. Bleach. It's got to go to
Yeah.
Bleach.
It's got to go to
It's
Bleach.
got
Why
to
did you
go
give
to
it to
Bleach.
Bleach? What did you particularly enjoy about the Bleach anime?
Wow. So I remember that after it went off years ago, I immediately read the manga to see what was happening. But the manga was so confusing, which was like a lot of lines and words. Like it was like a lot of ink blots and words. So I couldn't really tell what was going on in the manga. So now it is so great to see like what was happening in the manga. These stories are so like enriching. They're a return to our core. I like the extra parts that they add in, of course. I do want to see more Chad. I do want to see more Chad, but really everything about Bleach had me on my Hulu at 11 o'clock whenever it on Saturdays. So
Mhm.
definitely Bleach. Uh, Demon Slayer was great, and so
What?
was what was the other one? Demon Slayer,
Jujutsu
Boruto,
Kaisen?
and Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's just Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, and Demon Slayer.
they all were great. They all were really, really good. But it's gotta go to Bleach. Bleach held my heart this year. So yeah. Definitely an anime that is on my Mount Rushmore. Those characters, all those characters, and see how those um 12 leaders of the 12 squad leaders are being defeated one by one. And
Mm,
then the jubilant of them actually defeating their upper echelon with the new squad leaders. That was a
hmm.
really big part for me. So yeah, definitely Bleach.
Dope, dope. Oh, that brings up a good question for me, Jared. If you like anime that you saw, let's make the window like 15 years ago. At least you got to be at least 15 years ago. The anime had to be airing at least 15 years ago. What other anime would you love to see a resurgence of, like the way Bleach has come back into our lives?
Sailor Moon.
There's been so many Sailor Moon remake. Wasn't there a Sailor Moon remake this year?
No, it wasn't this year. It was a couple years ago, but they can make another one. They can make a
That one
movie.
doesn't count.
They
That
can
one
make a
that one
live
was
action movie. Oh, are you gonna watch the Yu Yu Hakusho movie?
yeah, I am. I do plan to. I do plan to give it a shot. I'm a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan.
I mean, but you said a while ago that you weren't that interested because anime shows all suck and
I'm usually not interested in live action anime because they do usually suck, and I can feel two things at one time. I'm a complex human being.
Hmm. So your opinion didn't change with the pirate guy anime? I don't know his One
Pirate
Piece.
guy.
One Piece. Your opinion
One
didn't
Piece was
change with the One Piece
okay.
show?
It still wasn't it was okay. Like I would give it a 3 out of 5. It was very average. I wouldn't write home about it. I did show it to my mom and she loved it, but I don't my mom doesn't have a good taste when it comes to anime. She's not a
Don't
that's
talk
not her
about your
bag.
mama like that.
Don't talk about my mama at all. How about that?
I didn't say nothing.
Mhm.
I I didn't say nothing. I just said don't talk about your mama like that. I'm
I'm
sure
just
she
saying
has
you ain't gotta
perfect taste
say
in anime.
you ain't gotta say nothing about my mama at all. That's all
Well,
I'm saying.
I'm saying that she has perfect taste in anime and
No, she
and
don't. No, she don't. She don't know what's good or what's bad. She know what I show her.
wow, wow,
And
wow.
whenever she try to find stuff on her own, I'll be like, Mama, what is this?
Also, so she does search on her own.
No, she doesn't. It'll be something like on Netflix or something. Like,
Oh,
I don't know. Because we
I
all
mean
share one
that's
Netflix account.
I mean that's more than what my mama do. I mean that's good. She want to get in. Why don't you help her?
I do when I'm there, I do. But shoot, I've been living away from home for years, man. Heard. Oh, I actually like that one a little bit. It was a little too long, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
The next category is comic book of the year, and we're talking American comic books. So, from Stan Lee to
May he rest in
what's the man?
peace.
May he rest in peace. To Kevin Feige done right. No comics. What's the man? Grant Richards,
Jeff
uh,
Johns.
Jeff Johns. This one dude like his name's on the tip of my tongue. He used to write X-Men. He wrote a bunch of like Avengers stuff. He got 3 names. It's
Brian
like
Michael
John
Bendis.
Brian Michael Bendis. Was it him?
Yeah.
I feel like it was like I feel like it was like a John something something.
John
But
something something. I don't know. But also Robert Kirkman
mm,
and hold on. There are many great comic book writers, including the comic book writer that we had on our podcast. I can't think
oh,
of his
Jonathan
name.
Hickman.
Oh, John D. Hickman. Okay, yeah.
That's who I was thinking of. But no, our comic book writer
Jordan
was
Clark.
exactly because you got stuck there for a second, Jared. I was like, look, don't embarrass us.
I
You only
mean,
had one guest,
I mean,
one
I can't
comic book
remember
writing guest.
names. I can't remember names when I need
Yo,
to.
you do be fucking up names, and I'm and for all y'all out there in listening land, I'm reading this thing here. Jerry got so many typos in these names.
No, I
But
don't.
the nominees, I'll read them exactly the way you got them typed in, and we'll see.
Okay.
We have Wonder Woman, Big Game, Hellfire Gala, and do you when you say Hellfire Gala, you mean the single issue release,
Yeah, the
right?
single issue that came out this year, Hellfire Gala, the third Hellfire Gala.
Gotcha. Immortal X-Men, Damn Them All, Local Man, Adventures of Superman, John Kent, that's the son of Superman, One Bad Day, Clayface, and The Penguin. The only ones of these I've read are Hellfire Gala and X-Men, and both of them were like,
Wow.
they're good, but they're not right. They're not, you know, shut down. They could, they ain't shutting down the internet good. I'm
Wow.
surprised. I'm surprised. What's the one we've been talking about lately? X-Men Blue, X-Men Origins Blue,
Again, it was too late
Blue
for
Orange,
that. The nominations were already in.
but it's still 2023.
I know. Isn't that weird how that works?
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel like the award should be like the first episode of the following year, so that way we have time. It could actually be the BGE Awards, and that way there's time for all of our fans to get their votes in on what they think this should be the winners.
But that's not the Jardo Awards. Jardo Awards is by Jardo for Jardo, starring
But this
Jardo.
podcast is by Black geeks for Black geeks, not just Jardo.
Well, the Jardo Awards is a special episode, so
So what I'm hearing next year is that we're gonna do better about this, and we're not gonna do just the Jardo Awards. We're gonna do the Black Geek Industry Awards.
I mean, maybe.
Okay. All right. Which one won, Jared?
But wait, I want to go back to what you were saying. So what comic book this year did you really like?
Comic book that I read this year that I really like. I really enjoyed Vanished. I just finished that one while I was on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I enjoyed like some of the Static Shock stuff. I finished Sex Criminals. I started reading that one a long time ago and finally finished the series this year. I really enjoyed that. It got kind of Sex Criminals got kind of stale toward the end. Um, once once the dude in it and once the leading man in the story started trying to get out the life, or no, once the leading lady started trying to get out the life, and sort of left the dude on his own, it kind of lost its luster for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read Sex Criminals in a while because it did get
Mm-hmm.
stale towards the end and I haven't picked them back up. I think there's like 3 or 4 comics I have to read
Mm-hmm.
for Sex Criminals and um, I just haven't because there's been
Did
too
you ever
much
read the
else.
end of Saga?
Yes, I did.
Oh, how was that?
I mean, it's still going on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you haven't read the latest issues of Saga?
Mm-mm. Because when I went to grad school, I couldn't afford to buy comics anymore, so I started reading when I moved to Seattle for real.
Well, you should pick it back up. It's really good.
I should, but I would have to go home, figure out where I left off, like go through the comic stores.
Yeah.
When I say the comic stores, I mean like my own personal storage of comics to figure out what was the last issue of Saga I had.
But yeah, this list that I have is really, really good. All these comic books are good. Wonder Woman, as I said, is very good. Big Game, that was all of what's his name? All of Mark Miller's um characters that he made in his universe, um, all into one um comic book. Of course, Hellfire Gala. You know I love that. I've already talked about that on this show. Immortal X-Men, a great thing, a great power, a great comic book to see the power structure of the people running for Koa. Um, Damn Them All was another good one about exorcisms. Local Man, wow. It was about a 90s comic book hero, like think Cable and all these pouches and big guns, who was kicked off his team for something he did. And he's now in his home state in like Iowa or Ohio, but he can't use his superhero name. He can't use his powers. He can't do anything superhero because, he will get sued and yeah, the mishaps and the mishaps that follow him in his town. Avengers of Superman, John Kent, Superman meets the Injustice universe. Amazing, simply amazing for Superman to see his dad, but his dad is not the dad that he knows. And for that Superman to see his son that was killed and lowers his belly by the Joker, no, that was killed by him and lowers his belly by the Joker who made Superman go insane. It was an amazing, amazing book. One Bad Day Clayface. Sheesh. I didn't talk about this book, but this, like the whole One Bad Day told the story of, it was like one shot comics that told the story of, Batman villains. And this
Mm-hmm.
comic right here, this
And what
one,
made him snap or whatever?
no, it was about him trying to better himself in
Okay.
Hollywood. Because he was an actor, right? So he was in
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood trying to better himself, but he just couldn't. He just couldn't. So it was a really great story. And then, of course, the Penguin, that's a new ongoing series that shows the Penguin trying to return to Gotham, trying to return his kingdom after he was exiled. Um, and he kind of lost his fortune, but he's getting it all back. And you know how much I love killing, and that's what the Penguin does best. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
which
Is that what he does best? I thought he like ate fish raw. That
wow,
was like the best thing he could do.
wow. So yeah, the Penguin is not an eat fish raw type of person. And reading that comic book,
That's how they displayed him in the Michael Keaton Batman
oh my
movies.
God. Is that canon for real?
In the DC EU. Yep.
That's not canon. There's been like 7 other Batman since then.
That ain't for me to sift through. the
Okay,
penguin
and the
the penguin lives in the sewers and eats fish raw.
wow, no, the Penguin had a casino. Um,
Oh, he does have a casino now. You're right.
yeah. All right, and the winner is, of course, Hellfire Gala. This comic book did not have my two favorite X-Men, Storm or Magneto, in it, but this one had my heart thumping. I talked about it for a couple of weeks on this podcast, and yeah, yeah, that book was the beginning of the end for me, and that was my
That
favorite book of the year.
that's wild because the Hellfire Gala was one of the ones that like disappointed me. Like you talked it up, I went and got it. I was real hyped to read it, and when I read it, I was like, okay, I'm getting into this. And then like their big dilemma or whatever, I was like, oh, I was like, this kind of it kind of fell flat for me because it kind of seemed like the same cookie cutter shit that they always do, which is just like reset everything.
So they didn't reset everything, but one thing I noticed about you is that you start not liking stuff when things turn bad, and I start loving stuff when things turn bad. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I guess that we wouldn't like it, but it didn't reset the
Mm-hmm.
X-Men universe. They are actually not back at the mansion. Well, not yet, at least. I don't know if they're going back, but they're not back at the mansion. They're actually living in the Morlock tunnels now. So, yeah, the ones
Mm.
that got to stay on Earth are in the Morlock tunnels trying to survive. So yeah, Emma's married to Tony, and Miss Marvel's in college. So yeah, that's the X-Men.
Okay.
All right. Remember betterhelp.com slash BGEK.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next category.
All right. The next category is best TV series. So this is whatever TV series Jerry was watching that he liked the most.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, why do you make that side?
Fall of the House of Usher,
Okay.
Finn and Cake. I don't know what TV show that is. I know there's
We
a
just had
Fiona and Cake.
a whole episode on it. Adventure Time.
I know that there's a Fiona in Cake.
Oh,
Scavenger's Reign, The Last of Us, Castlevania with the O,
I said
um,
Castlevania, didn't I?
and Jury Duty. I've
That is an
seen.
A.
I know I was messing around with that
Oh
one,
my
but
God.
I've seen bits and pieces of Fiona and Cake, and I haven't watched the full episode. But Castlevania, I loved it. I loved it.
Mm,
And I think that should be the winner. It just Castlevania has been a show stopping show since its first season. So
mm.
I don't think any of the other ones like come close.
But you haven't seen the other ones.
I don't need to.
The only one that you've seen in its completeness is Castlevania. So,
That's right.
all right, well,
Which one's the winner?
Welcome to this year's award ceremony.
I
What are we
mean,
doing, Jerry? What are we
Welcome
doing?
to the award ceremony.
trying to find the views.
Why aren't you prepared? Why don't you know which buttons to press?
It's The Last of Us. Are you serious? I told you to watch this show. I told you to watch this show.
And I
The
never do what you
Last
tell
of
me to
Us.
do. So I don't even know why you keep telling me stuff.
DeMarcus, okay, just say that you're scared of zombies and we'll both move on.
I'm
Because you
not. I
wouldn't
actually
play the
got the.
game
I have
and you
the.
wouldn't watch the show.
I have The Last of Us on my watch now, so I do plan to watch it soon. But I just got other stuff I want to finish, like Top Boy, which I will finish today. Excuse me.
But you said you already finished it. So next is The
No, I said
Last of
I'm
Us.
watching Top Boy. I'm on the sixth episode. I'm on the last episode of the season. I'm maybe like 15 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they're about to kill this dude who was lying.
Oh.
It's good.
And next is The Last of Us, right?
Maybe we'll see what else I have on my list.
Maybe you can watch it with your girlfriend.
I'm not watching. I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I don't want to start any new shows with my girl until we finish the shows that we've already been watching. So I'm gonna watch that by myself.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a very good show. It won a lot of Emmys, so you gotta
And she
watch
might have
it.
already seen it because she liked the horror stuff, but maybe not.
Possibly because it's a good show. Everybody saw it. I mean, you're the only person on earth who hasn't seen it.
So you think?
All right, so I'm
Is
just
that
gonna
all you got to
play.
say?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna just play one thing instead of going around and finding new ones.
You
So,
should. That makes a lot more sense.
all right, so on to the next category.
I hope it's not that one. The next category is best black TV show.
Oh my god.
Doing a quick skim of this list. I don't know any of. Oh wait. I have seen one of these shows. I have seen one of these shows. So the nominees are I'm a Virgo, Judge Me, Rap Shit, Hijack, the other black girl, and Swarm. I've heard a lot about Swarm. I've heard a lot about the other black girl, but the only one on this list that I've seen is Rap Shit, and I really enjoyed it. Do I think it should win this category? Maybe not, but it's still definitely like a very enjoyable show about a girl trying to start her rap career, and she's like she's in the middle of that, like, oh, I want to be a conscious rapper and like uplift the people, but like that trap shit make money. You know what I'm saying? Rapping about booty and bitches gets her paid. And she had at one point she had a deal ready to go, but she gave it up trying to be this like conscious rapper. I think I would have just did if it were me, I would have just been like, I bet I'll rap about booty and bitches.
Yeah.
And I'll just talk that conscious stuff whenever I'm in an interview.
So, are you currently watching on that show?
Rap shit? Is
Yeah.
it the new season? Is there a new season?
There are 6 episodes in.
Well, that's what I'm finna watch instead of The Last of Us.
Oh my God, DeMarcus. Yeah, that is a really good show. This season they're actually on tour with a another rapper, and that's a very interesting dilemma that they are in. What else? Of course, I'm a Virgo was really good. Did you see I'm a Virgo? It was on Amazon about this guy who's a giant, but there are other powered people around him. And
Mhm.
the creator actually said, like, this is his superhero show. Like, this is Avengers. And he plans on making like the next couple of shows more superhero-like. It was actually really, really
Mm.
good for, you know, geek people because it was like another spin on real life meets superheroes. So
Okay, I'll give that a shot then. I'll add that to my list.
yeah.
I will put that above The Last of Us.
So now it's rap stuff and I'm a Virgo above the Last of Us. Okay, cool. Judge
Mhm.
Me was this little no TV show. I don't think many people know it, but it was really good about a judge who was taking these pills, but she was also judging these cases.
Mm.
Hijack was with Idris Elba. on this plane that was being hijacked. It was very suspenseful. It was really good. And of course, Swarm was the what's his name from Atlanta? That guy.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Donald Glover executive produced this show. It is the show that doesn't say Beyonce, but Ivy Park is in it. It's obvious that it's Beyonce. They have Beyonce stuff all through it. And I think that with me saying that, it's pretty obvious that my winner is Swarm. That show was so good if you watch it. Like
The Swarm was the horror one, right?
it was horror like there was a ton of killing.
Mhm.
And it
More of a thriller.
yeah, it was more of a thriller. I think it was like 6 episodes or 7 episodes that ranged from 26 to an hour. Well, 26 minutes to an hour, and it was so good, DeMarcus. It was so good. It was on Amazon Prime, and like they didn't say Beyonce, but the experiences that she went through were very reminiscent of experience that happened in Beyonce's life. So it was an extremely good movie, not only from a fan to see how deep fandom is. And I think that when you said last week that you don't have a problem with Beyonce, it's just Beyonce's fans. I think that these people are the type of fans that you're talking about. So
Okay.
Swarm is a great movie. Is a great movie. I'm trying to tell you it's a great TV show. Excuse me. So
Okay.
go ahead and
Yeah, I'm not
add
mad at
that
that.
one. Yeah, above The Last of Us.
I'll put that one below The Last of Us.
Okay.
Yeah. But
All right.
I'm not mad at that one. I'm not mad at it. I've heard a lot about Swarm, and a lot of people have told me that it's like really, really good. And it just never seemed like my kind of show because I'm like it's like this thriller horror meets like this crazy fan thing, and I was like, I'm not that interested in that. I don't care.
But then it's Donald Glover, and you know how Atlanta is. If it's anything, it's the closest show like Atlanta after Atlanta, because the type of situation that she gets in are like those situations that they got in Atlanta. And I didn't put
Okay.
I didn't put Atlanta on this list, but Atlanta was also this year.
Because you ain't loyal to your soil. That's what that is.
I mean, it wouldn't have won, so Swarm would have won.
Honorable mention.
Okay. Honorable mention Atlanta.
All
right. The next category brought to you by betterhelp.com/BGEpod.
The next category is best reality TV show. Y'all know I'm not gonna have a lot of opinions about this one, and I'm surprised you keep saying how that a lot of these shows, some other things that we've mentioned didn't come out in time to make the nomination list. But there's one on here that just came out like last month.
Okay.
But the nominees are Love in Blind. I'm not sure what that one is.
Blind.
No, it says this doesn't say is, it says in.
Oh my God, DeMarcus.
You the one said that all these names was right, and I told you I was fixing them. Now you got to get embarrassed. You should have just been like, okay.
Okay, DeMarcus, dang.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why are multiple Real Housewife shows on here? You can just put Real Housewives, period.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Not to me.
You didn't know there are multiple Real Housewives franchises?
I do know there are multiple Real Housewives franchises, but they're not different in any
yes,
way.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, the rest of the nominees are Married to Medicine, Traitors, Drag Me to Dinner, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Squid Games, Real Housewives of Potomac, and RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars. What is the All Stars version?
All Stars version was like all of the this year it was like all the like top contestants from previous seasons that have not won. So if somebody didn't won,
not won.
Yeah, that have not won, but like people still talk about, they still tour, blah blah blah. In the past, it was like all the top winners came on, but
Okay,
this
okay.
year was just all the people
So
do
who's the
villains.
best of the best?
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. Okay.
You should
I've
watch
never
RuPaul's
watched,
Drag Race. It's really good.
I've never watched it. I might give it a shot. I used to watch Legendary. That's the one I used to watch.
Really?
Mhm. Um,
I
yeah, and
I
of
didn't know you
these, I
watch
would.
Legendary.
Hmm?
The Kiki the Kiki version or the Megan Thee Stallion version
The Kiki version of the Megan Thee Stallion version.
of
I
Legendary.
watched the one when Megan Thee Stallion was on there, and I think I might have watched some of them when Kiki Palmer was on there. Because when Kiki Palmer got on there.
The last season.
Oh no, I probably didn't watch the last season then. 'Cause
So
I
when
watched
I
it back.
say things like Law Roach or the Wonder Woman, you know who these people are?
Jared, I know a lot of gay terminology, bro.
Okay.
I'm like, it's not my place to name myself an ally, but if I could, come on.
All right. So which
Anyway,
one would you pick?
I would give it to Love Is Blind because Love Is Blind is good. Well, I won't say it's good. I really enjoy Love Is Blind personally. I don't think it's better than it's not as dramatic as some of these other shows. Like I've seen some bits and pieces of Married to Medicine, and that show giving me anxiety because I'm like, why is something going on?
It's so funny. It's so
And I
funny.
think Love Is Blind has like the most real people, more or at least more real people than some of these other things, like some of the Real Housewives stuff. I haven't seen any of the Squid Games yet, and that's the one that came out like earlier this month or like
It came
last
out
week,
3 weeks ago.
Exactly,
During
but that was enough to make it into the nominations. But
Yeah,
Renaissance
I tried to
and
make my cutoff Thanksgiving. I tried to
mm,
make my cutoff during Thanksgiving. Cause
mm,
I've been saying for like 2 months I need to write down this list. And then I finally
mm,
wrote down the list. I should have waited some more days, but I
mm.
didn't. And
Well, here we
I
are.
just did on Thanksgiving.
Okay, cool. Makes sense. So yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these. I've seen some bits and pieces of Married to Medicine. Like I said, it gives me anxiety. But I feel that way about the Real Housewives franchise too. It's just like a lot of stuff going on. And I've heard a lot about the Squid Games joint. Like folks be like, I think we talked about this in the last episode. Like folks like getting nerve damage. Folks, they're getting hurt in ways they cannot heal from,
Mhm.
which I feel like is part of the experience of being on a Squid Games show, a reality Squid Game show. Like you shouldn't be going in thinking like, oh, like I'm gonna be okay. It's like, nah, like you're supposed to die. So if you walk away, you good.
Well, we don't want people to die, but all these shows were good. I really enjoyed Drag Me to Dinner. That was just a laugh out loud riot funny. Very camp, and it was
What's that
just
one
very
about? Is that like you send up folks on like blind dates?
so it was not setting folks on blind dates. It was two teams of drag queens making dinner for like these Neil Patrick Harris and these other judges, and they would just
Hmm.
judge the dinner that they made. Very much camp.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have no winners or losers for real, but they did choose a winner at the end. It was hilarious. Drag Me to Dinner was funny. I still think about Drag Me to Dinner all of the time. Of course, Married to Medicine is the best show on Bravo. I said that once. I'll say that again. I'll say that every time I'm on here. But my winner
Mm-hmm.
is It's Love and Marriage Huntsville. I binged
Mm.
this whole show this year. I was just watching this show while I ran on the treadmill, while I was at work, while I was doing everything. And this show, I'm like investing in these people now. I follow them all on Twitter. I have to know their lives. And yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville has been my go-to show this year. I've been recommending it to everybody that I talk to. I've even talked to Diamond, my friend from Love is Blind, and I told her to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville because it's so good. And she said, okay, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville is my winner this year. Um, yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So yeah, I mean, we talked about this season of Love is Blind. This season just made me very, very, very mad. There were only like two couples that made it out, and I don't know, it wasn't a real good season for Love Being Blind.
Yeah, I think like this season was like one of the more boring seasons of Love Is Blind. Like I enjoy it, but I don't think like it has the mass appeal of these other shows.
Yeah. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Moving on.
Next category.
I cannot believe that in this next category you have so few nominees. Did you not go see that many movies this year?
Yeah. I mean, not in theaters, but I saw
Oh, not really.
mostly, I mean, we'll get into it. I mean, I saw mostly like scary movies. And I
Okay.
saw a
Well,
lot
if
of
I didn't
those.
already give it away, the next category is movie of the year. Um, and the nominees are
No, you
The
have to
Marvel.
say the full category.
Oh, I need to say what's in the parentheses too.
Yeah.
Non-found footage or horror, which I guess is different than a movie because something else. Um, yeah. So the nominees we have here are The
I
Marvels,
hate you, DeMarcus. I
Spider-Man
hate you.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
They Clone Tyrone. I've only seen 2 out of 3 of these, but I expect The Marvels to be pretty good too.
Yeah, the
All of these
Marvels
are
is
pretty
really
good
good.
movies. I've seen them, but I'm surprised that Oppenheimer is not on there. The Barbie movie. Um,
Why
what
would
else have I seen?
Oppenheimer be on there? I didn't even watch Oppenheimer.
What other movies have I seen this year that I think should make this list? I think it might just be those two. Like I didn't watch the Barbie movie either, but I heard that it had so much hype behind it that it's got to at least be making the list. You know what I'm saying?
No, not my list.
But yeah, Oppenheimer was actually a good movie. It's like a good like psychological movie. Like was watching it and like being like going through the journey of like creating the atom bomb and like what they was thinking.
I don't want to see white people pray to atom bomb if I'm not also going to see the Asian people that day murdered. So
Oh, you saw it all. I mean, no,
I mean
they,
everybody
you
knew
know,
what happened at during the movie. Like I don't want to sit there
right.
for 3 hours. So I didn't. And yeah, I'm not going to watch Oppenheimer. It doesn't interest me to watch a movie about math people doing science stuff. I'd rather see the impact
Right.
that white people had on those Asians. So yeah,
I
if
guess. All
if
right.
y'all was gonna watch a movie about the atom bomb,
Oh, Blue Beetle should be on this list. Blue Beetle was good.
Blue Beetle should not be on this list.
Why not?
It wasn't that good. I just I mean it was just another
I mean,
DC movie.
it was Blue Beetle followed the damn template like a motherfucker.
Exactly.
But the grandma was fun in Blue Beetle.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, all those are honorable mentions. Which one's the winner?
I mean, they're your honorable mentions. They're not my honorable mentions. Oppenheimer is not honorable mention for me, but the winner is presented by BetterHelp.com. Spider-Man across the multiverse. Spider-Man.
That the Spider Verse across the Spider Verse. You mean you got
Oh,
it
the
written down?
Spider-Verse. I
How you
know.
still messing it up?
I told you I'm not good
Um,
with names.
that I agree. That is the best movie on this list.
Yeah.
And my only gripe is the fucking cliffhanger they left us on.
Yeah.
Like that shit was insane.
Yeah. And you know we're
And
never
I
gonna
cannot
see.
wait to see the next one.
I mean, we're never gonna see part three. It was supposed to come out next year, but it's not because that those two strikes. Then the artist said that it was an unreasonable request for them to make this movie in a year, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's postponed indefinitely. So
Damn.
we're not gonna see
The
it. But
writer or the artist, you said.
the writers said that about the
Mm.
movie because it's so many different animation styles into one. They said, we were rushing to get this done, and there are things in that movie. Because if you saw that movie opening day and saw that movie 3 days later, it's different. Like not the plot, but the animation and what they have in it is
Mm.
different. So, yeah,
I
it's
did hear that there's 2 different versions.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's on hiatus. We're not gonna get that movie for a while. But Spider-Man
I'm
Across
fine
the
with that.
Spider-Verse is now on Netflix. So yeah.
Okay. Next category.
Yes.
Why are there like 3 movie categories, Jared?
Because I like movies.
Yo, and then you don't. Next year's 1 movie category.
Next category. Oh, I like that one.
Next category is found footage movie of the year. Does this mean also horror, or is this also not horror?
No, found footage is like mockumentaries.
I mean, I
And
know what found footage is, but you on the first list, on the first movie category, you said not found footage or horror. So is this
yeah,
one only found footage, or is this found footage and horror? Are
no,
these found footage
it
movies?
encompasses the full found footage universe.
Okay, only found footage.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. So the nominees are Missing, VHS 85, Hell House Origins, Resurrected, Mari Video, Theater Camp. The only one of these franchises I even know of is VHS, and that's because we used to watch it in undergrad together, and that was a creepy movie.
It
It was
wasn't that
good though. I mean, yeah, like I see why you didn't put it in the category with some of the other with those top 3 because it wouldn't have stood a chance.
Yeah, yeah. And because they're different, I appreciate these 2 movies differently. Again, I saw 2 out of the 3 movies in my movie of the year, non-horror found footage in theaters, actually. And I saw the rest of these movies on some device. But yeah, all these movies are really good. And I say that they encompass the full um found footage genre because Theater Camp is a comedy on Hulu. And that was also very, very, very good. Um, all these movies were really good. All these movies were really good. But my winner is I like that one. My winner is VHS 85.
I
Wow.
thought so.
Yeah, this one
That's
continues the
nostalgia
VHS
for you.
franchise. Um, but dang, a Hell House, that one had it. That one was coming out at its heels. But VHS 85, that was just a great take, and it has some new elements that the other VHSs did not have. And I'm surprised this thing is still going, and they already announced the next movie next year, and I'm already excited. So yeah.
You talking about VHS? They're making another one?
Yep. And they said it's VHS in space.
I'm not hype about it. I'll
I'm
watch
very hyped.
I'll watch I was watching the VHS stuff in undergrad because y'all liked it, and because we doing it. I was there for the camaraderie. I'm gonna be real. I was there because I was hanging out with my friends. I didn't really care for the movie.
And then you don't like horror though.
It's not really horror
All right.
because it's not actually that scary. I don't think
Okay.
it was just more like creepy.
Okay. So watch VHS too.
I'm not interested. Next category. We running out of time.
Oh shoot, next category.
And the next category is horror movie of the year. This is not a found footage movie, and this is just not a general movie, I guess. And the nominees are Exorcist Believer, When Evil Lurks, Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. That sounds interesting. No One Will Save You. I've seen that. Mill. Is that what it says? Mill? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Talk to Me. I've seen that one as well. And In My Mother's Skin. In between what's that called? Between No One Will Save You and Talk to Me, I think Talk to Me is definitely the better movie.
So you seen No One Will Save You?
Yeah.
On Hulu?
Yes, Jerry, I've seen the movie with the
Why
aliens
didn't you
and
tell me?
the ticka ticka ticka. Yeah, I've seen it.
Why didn't you tell? That's my that DeMarcus. I talked about that movie like 7 times on this show. Why didn't you tell me?
Did you?
Yes, I talked about that with Jordan. We had a long conversation of it, and then I brought it back up because I watched it again.
Maybe I hadn't seen it when we talked to Jordan. I hadn't seen it yet because I watched it during October. I watched it in October because me and my girl were doing like this little scary movie thing. We were doing like a scary movie a week because she really likes horror movies.
So
I
what you
think
think
that's
of
like
it?
a mental condition. I actually think that I want like a psychiatrist or like look into that and like look at like why people like horror
Oh
movies
my
and
God.
what kind of people like horror movies and what sort of mental things they have going on. Because I think it's an anxiety thing. I think people who are like really anxious in their lives or like really um or maybe I don't know, people who are really anxious in their lives or either that live really safe lives, they're looking for some sort of outlet. Like maybe people like I hate to liken it to this, but like people who cut themselves, they're just looking for some sort of control. Like they're not cutting themselves because it hurts or because
Wow.
of pain. It's just they're looking to have some sort of control of the pain that they feel in their everyday life. So maybe the people who are watching these horror movies they're just like, I love horror movies. I watch them all the time. I watch them to relax. They live anxious lives, or maybe they're just anxious in their brains. And so they watch these horror movies to have some control over the anxiety that they feel all the time. So instead of just like aimless anxiety, it's like, oh, I'm anxious because I'm watching this horror movie and I enjoy it because I'm in control. That's my little rant. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything else, so all that could be bull, but I think there's something
Yeah,
to it.
I think it is. I think all that is cool. Why come I
No, I
just can't
think it's
enjoy
something.
the movie?
I think it's something to it.
Like why can't I just enjoy the movie? You
I
like to
mean,
see people kiss and love on each other and be happy and lovey-dovey. I like to see people's heads get cut off. Why is there a difference to what we got, what we
it's
like?
not, it's different because I say so. That's why.
All right. Well, I can't wait till you get a psychology degree. I can't wait to read your thesis, and I can't wait to have you as my psychiatrist on betterhelp.com/BGE pod. But my winner is, if you did not already know, No One Will Save You. I've seen that movie 3 times so far. 3 times.
Why no one will save you over Talk to Me?
Talk to Me. I
'Cause I
did
feel
see
like
that
Talk to
one
Me
in
is good.
theaters. Yeah, Talk to Me was
I
good.
saw that one. I saw that one at the drive-in.
Wow. They got drive-ins
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah, and it's not that far from my place.
Wow. Um, Talk to Me was really good. Everything on this list was really good. But No One Will Save You had so many elements. Like if you watch as many horror movies that I do, No One Will
Hmm.
Save You had so many elements and they were executed so perfectly. Now, the aliens in this movie, the CGI, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great, but the cinematography with this bad CGI was amazing. Like just the elements of this movie, the plot of this movie, the fact that it was no talking at all, the fact that you had to watch this movie to let you know what's going on. You couldn't be on your cell phone. You had to be immersed in the experience. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I really love this movie. I've seen this movie 3 times. I've never watched a movie twice. Except for, Schindler's List. I've seen that a couple times, but yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't have expected that from you, Jared, to watch Chandler's List multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I saw it in the 8th grade when my class had to watch it. I watched it again after college, and I just watched it again this week. But I've seen No One Will Save You 3 times since it came out in October. So yeah. No One Will Save You is my #1 movie of 2023.
Number one movie, so even over Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
#1 horror movie, DeMarcus.
But if you had to make a decision right now, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or No One Will Save You?
No One Will Save You. I've seen it 3 times. It's got to be better.
Really?
Yeah. No One Will Save You.
Really?
Of course.
I don't think. Okay,
I've
all
seen
right.
it
Well,
3 times. It's got to be better. I wanted to see No One Will Save You 3 times. I know that Spider-Verse is on Netflix, and I have not watched that more than once after the theater.
do you think that if Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse had been on like a streaming service that you have from the
I,
beginning, you would have watched it more than once?
Probably not.
I doubt it. Um, Also,
Why do you doubt it?
why
I mean,
wasn't Gen V on this list?
why's what? Gen Z
Why
not on
wasn't
the
it
list?
Gen
Gen
V,
V?
Generation V?
I didn't really, I didn't really like Gen V. Not as
Wow.
much as I like the other shows.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
you know.
What about Invincible?
Invincible Invincible's good, but I need to
Mm.
see that full project completed.
Okay. Okay. I'll accept that.
Yeah, Invincible's good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Next category.
Next category. Here we go. Presented by Better Help.
The next category is video game of the year.
Here we go.
I have not. I've only played two of these games and only a little bit. I've seen this third one, and a third one I've seen it, and I've downloaded a trial of it, but I never played it. But the nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Octopath Traveler 2,
Okay.
Spider-Man 2,
Okay.
Marvel's Midnight Suns, and Jedi Survivor, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I want to play that one. I want to play that Jedi Survivor. I heard that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
If I had to make a choice on what is the best game right now, I would say Jedi Survivor. And the only reason I say that, not having played the game, is because the first one was hella good, and it is a more concise and streamlined story, and it has that replayability. It's easier to get into and get out of than Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that's coming from somebody who hasn't played these and doesn't really know what he's talking about.
I played Baldur's Gate 3, and
No,
I put in
you've only
2 hours
made
into
it
Baldur's Gate
to
3.
the ship though. Have you
I mean,
gotten
I
out the
played
ship?
a bunch yesterday. I don't cleared the little crypt that's under the church on the beach.
Okay. So you got Asterion.
Yeah, I got a Styrian, and I got the dude that was like hanging out of the that was
Will.
hanging out of that wall.
Oh, Gale.
Yeah, Gale.
Okay. So you're still 0.01% of Baldur's Gate.
Yo, and I put in hours, and I feel like I barely started this game.
You barely started it. And you're like level 2, right?
Yeah, and that's why I think Jedi Survivor. That's why I think Jedi Survivor is a better game. I feel like after putting hours into it, I would feel like, oh, okay, I've got a good handle on this game. Like I've done it. And another thing about goddamn Baldur's Gate 3, when they level up, why do I have to level up every character in detail? I don't want to choose everything for everybody. Like I want to choose the shit for my character, and I want to auto level everybody else.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. No, I didn't know they felt like that. Yeah, yes, there is an option for you to do that.
How do I auto level the other folks?
Well, I haven't played in a while, but I know that
You
down at
just
the
finished
bottom.
this game like yesterday. Come on, bro.
I told you I haven't played that game in a while. I've has 2 missions left. I have 2 missions left. I haven't played it in some months actually. But when and I can't level up anymore. Like leveling up for me is done. I'm level 12 already. Been level 12 since Act 2. So I can't even level up no more.
Level 12 is the top level. They don't even let you go to level 20.
No.
Wow.
They said level
you get
20.
level 9 spells?
They said level 20, the magic gets too crazy. Yeah. So yeah. I know at the bottom there's a thing where you can auto level up the characters, but I mean, choosing what your characters do is part of the RPG experience, DeMarcus. Come on.
But I don't want to do that for every character. Maybe if it's like, oh, something's going on, and I know this character can get that spell, and I want to make sure they get that one spell, sure. But most of the time, I just want to auto level. Y'all taking up my time.
So, are you having fun with Baldur's Gate?
I am. I'm enjoyed it. It's gonna take me it's gonna take me even longer to finish now because this is one of those games where when I start playing it, I know I'm gonna play it for a while, but it's super draining to play.
Really draining. Wow.
Yeah, like when you put it down, it's just like, ugh.
But you feel like you're accomplished something.
I mean, but I'm also exhausted. But maybe that's only because I've been playing it like late at night. So let me try to play it during the day sometimes, and I'll see what I feel if I feel differently.
All right. Well, my game of the year is Baldur's Gate 3, the best game of this year. 10 out of 10 from everybody. Just swept the Video Game Awards. What are you talking about, DeMarcus? This is the best game that's ever been made in life. Every RPG after this is going to say, but it's not like Baldur's Gate 3. That's what the review is going to say. And you're over here saying that I don't like how they level. There's no auto level up. What? Are you even paying attention to the story? Your comrades in arms, you aren't doing anything but wanting to level up. You're not even paying attention to what's happening in the actual tale of Baldur's Gate 3. You're not even trying to make it to Baldur's Gate.
Jared, let me stop you because I don't care. I already said what I said. My opinion is what it is. And I
Well,
don't care
my
if
opinion,
I don't care if it wins awards from now to the end of time.
and it
I say
will.
I don't like that. I say I don't like that leveling crap.
That one, oh my God, that's DeMarcus. That's so dumb. That's so
Other than
dumb.
that, it's a dope game. It's a dope ass game.
All right, DeMarcus. Baldur's Gate 3, these other games. So what's the game that you have a trial of that you haven't played yet?
The Midnight Suns.
Oh, well. You should play Jedi Survivor. It's really good, but you shouldn't base Jedi Survivor on the previous incarnation of Jedi Survivor. It's not the same at all. The two games are not parallel to each other. They're not the same. In fact, the ending of Jedi Survivor 2 is not good as Jedi Survivor 1. I'll say the whole third act of Jedi Survivor 2 is not as good as Jedi Survivor. You can't compare it just because they have the same name. So that's first of all. Second of all, Spider-Man, it's an amazing game. Will I play it again? Maybe when the DLC comes out. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah. Our next category presented by betterhelp.com/BGE pod.
The next category is the biggest disappointment. So, what made Jared sad this year?
Not sad, just like why did I sit through that? I
Yeah.
mean, just like that was whack.
And this is from everything. So this is like movies, looks like anime is on here, shows, video games. Yep. So the nominees are The Nun, Vinland Saga, Jobless Reincarnation, Hogwarts Legacy, and Final Fantasy 16. Now I'm surprised to see Hogwarts Legacy on here, Jerry. You were having a really good time playing that.
I was really happy until it got repetitive. Like all of these things on this list, like something really irks me. The Nun, it wasn't scary. I'm like, why am I in this? Like everybody, like the Nun 2, it was more thrilling than the Nun. The Nun was a bunch of kids running around being bad. Like, just tell those children to sit down. Like, give them a whooping. Like you're in a nunnery.
You know, folks don't whoop kids no more. That's out of style.
They were in a nunnery in the 1950s. They can whip these kids with a ruler. I thought that's what they did best.
Oh yeah, 1950s, they'll beat the brakes off your ass.
Yeah. Vinland Saga, that was
Vinland
just
Saga was pretty good. Oh, you didn't? I remember you didn't like that because he was a pacifist.
Yeah. Why are you a pacifist? No, I didn't come into this thing with you being a pacifist. I'm not here for the pacifist. I'm here to see heads get chopped off, limbs get like what? 2 fights out of the season for the last episode, and then this whole dream sequence. What is this? I don't care about your past. Like nobody wants you to be a better person. We want you to be the same. Be the same.
Like I was there for it. I was there for your growth. I was there for your past.
Exactly. Jobless reincarnation. I talked about this. How are you going to give me such disappointment, erectile dysfunction? Everything in your life is bad. And then you fall in love?
I enjoyed Jobless Reincarnation. I really liked it.
Of course you would. Of course you would. Of course you would. That's a DeMarcus. Like everything in Jobless Reincarnation was good. Everything in your life was bad. From you being a little baby, you and learning magic that your father doesn't even want you to learn, to you having this disease and this dragon, or the dragon come after you and he can literally kill you, and then you fall in love and everything's honky-dory. Like what?
I mean, everything ain't hunky-dory, but it definitely alleviates a lot of stress having someone to share your life with. And Jerry, just because that ain't for you don't mean it's not for everybody.
I read the manga, and I'm talking about the manga Jobless Reincarnation and not the anime. I read the
Mm.
manga, and I'm talking about. So I was way ahead before I just ended it all with Jobless Reincarnation. They fall in love. Spoiler alert: they fall in love, and they're just happy for the rest of their lives. Nothing's wrong with them anymore. And Final
I'm not
Fantasy
mad.
16, what was that? Please tell me what was that? That was
I didn't play
just
it. I don't know.
that was such a bad Final Fantasy. Like, like you have a Final Fantasy and I can't give nobody status effects. I can't poison or confuse or petrify, and they can't do that to me. And I can't affect my stats. And these items don't affect anything in this game. Like, why do you even have numbers? For my attack when it doesn't even matter. I can auto hit everything. Like nothing matters in this game. I can't cure myself. What?
This sounds like a simpler Final Fantasy game to get new people, get new players interested in the franchise.
It was a simpler new game, but not to get into franchise because that's not what Final Fantasy is. That's a whole different type of game. A completely different type of game.
That might be
It's
what
not Final Fantasy.
that might be what Final Fantasy is becoming.
Well, I mean, if that's what Final Fantasy is becoming, you are losing a what is this 20-year fan?
Mm.
And y'all shouldn't do that.
I am hyped for the. I saw a trailer for the second part two of the remake.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, I'm
That
hyped
like
for
it's
it
gonna be
too.
good.
And I'm gonna get it too. And I even saw the trailers for the DLC to Final Fantasy 16, and I saw a old enemy that they usually have in Final Fantasies that I'm like, oh, I want to fight that too. But then I'm like,
Mm.
I mean, you fight it, but there's no real and the thing that this enemy would do in the past is give you a status effect, an insta kill. They don't have
Mm.
insta kills anymore. You can't do insta kills anymore. So I'm like, how is this thing gonna affect me? It's gonna have a lot of HP? No.
Mm.
So I'm gonna wait till that goes on sale. I'm the
Have a
Marcus that
lot of
DLC.
HP. Yeah. All
But
right. So which one
yeah,
of these was the worst of the worst, Jared?
um, it's got to go to Jobless Reincarnation. It's got to go to that.
Wow. I feel like
And
that's
the
just to
anime.
spite me. After the rant you
No,
just went on for Final Fantasy 16, you're only choosing Jobless Reincarnation to spite me.
I don't
That's my
like
story.
any of these things. So I can go on rants about any of these things. But Jobless Reincarnation was the biggest disappointment. For how are you gonna gonna build me up with that first with the first season, then build me up for the first half of this season, and I'm so hyped. I start getting the manga. I started buying the manga, and then you you bombard me with this lovey-dovey mess. Everything's okay. Multiple wives, kids. No, 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 no. I am not a fan of Jawa's reincarnation because of that. Stop calling it Jawa's reincarnation. Call it his love story because that's what it is now. And I don't care. Jawa's reincarnation. That's my biggest disappointment of the year. That's my biggest disappointment of every year. And I can't believe
Mm.
that anybody is still a fan of that besides you because you like that lovey-dovey stuff. So besides you,
Hey man. Hey, y'all heard it here first, y'all. Jared hates love, and if you have someone in your life who you love, Jared hates you. Next
did I say
category.
that like that? No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say it like that, but we got what you meant. We read between the lines.
This final category presented by betterhelp.com/BGE pod.
I like that one. That one was real appropriate for the final
Yeah,
category. I
it's
like
the final category.
that. Oh, that's what it's called. That sound is called the final category.
No, I mean it's different because it's the final category.
Oh, okay. All right. The last category we have here is overall best media. So, which piece of media out of everything that we've been through today tickled Jared's fancy the most? Which one knocked his socks off, then licked his toes?
Wow.
And the nominees are No One Will Save You,
Yeah.
The Last of Us,
Yeah.
Hellfire Gala,
Yeah.
Borato,
Yeah.
um, and Boulder's Gate. Sorry, I'm misreading some of these. Boulder's Gate 3.
That does say Boulder.
And the one above it says Borato and not Boruto.
Um, yeah, but it's Boruto and Baldur's Gate 3. You know that autocorrect, that Apple
Mm.
autocorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So DeMarcus, I gotta ask, out of everything you played, out of everything you watched, out of everything that you read this year, what is your favorite thing of 2023?
The best thing that 2023 done gave me,
Yeah.
it might be an album, low key.
Okay, okay.
Let me check my little thing real quick. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Ooh, that Welcome to Collie Grove, that Collie Grove 2 by Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. That joint slap. I think that might be like the best thing 2023. And a close runner up, if we talking about albums still, is that 21 Savage and Drake album, that damn, what it was called? Her Loss. That was pretty good too. I think for shows, a show that I was really into this year, Jujutsu Kaisen been hitting. Because I was on the edge of my seat catching up on that the other week, last weekend.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Let me see my little watch list here. Shangri-La Frontier. Shangri-La Frontier. Put that on the top of the list.
Okay.
Cause that thing was good. That thing is good, and I really enjoy it. It's got a lot of action, but it's not as dark as most action shows that I like are. So yeah, I've really been happy about that.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah. No, those are good choices. What's your favorite song from Collie Grove?
From that College Grove.
Yeah.
College Grove. College Grove. You listen to College Grove?
I've never heard of this album one day in my life.
Wow. You didn't hear the first one either?
I didn't know there was a second one. I thought this was just
No, this one is like the Welcome to College Grove.
Oh,
College
okay.
Grove 2.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Didn't know.
damn, bro. That's a good question. What's my favorite one on here? I'm gonna say it is. Is it long story short? Yeah. The long story short, that blunt to my that gun to my head, blunt to my lips.
Gun to his head.
Yeah.
Dang. He may need to go to betterhelp.com/BGPod and talk to somebody about having a gun
Blunt
to his
to
head.
my lips. Oh no, it's blunt to my hip. Blunt to my lips, gun on my hip.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
still
That's
go to
that's
betterhelp.com/BGPod and to talk about anything that may be troubling you. But I gotta say that my overall media of the year goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's
okay.
Gate 3.
Let's go. Let's
I
go
would,
Baldur's Gate.
I will never forget how overwhelmed I was at the beginning of Act 3, how sad I was when I found out there were spiders in Act 1, how upset I am now that I won't even play this game that I love so much. When I found out that my favorite companion can't be healed because I killed somebody in Act 2. So yeah, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. I need to finish these last two missions, go back and play a Dark Urge character. But yeah, definitely Baldur's Gate 3. That's something I wake up every day thinking about the game, thinking about playing the game, but then I'm like, should I? I don't know, but when I'm brave enough, I'm gonna go back into this game, finish these last two missions, and start my Dark Urge campaign again. But yes, Baldur's Gate 3, my favorite media of every other media. If I didn't have no other media, at least give me Baldur's Gate 3 and I'll be happy. But yes, Baldur's Gate 3 is my media of the year for 2023. Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm. Okay. Baldur's Gate 3. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's the end of Jardo Awards. That's the end of our first season of BGE of the
Whoop,
Black
whoop.
Geek Energy. Oh my God.
Let's go. Season 1 down. And this season has how many episodes, Jared?
Well, this is 41.
Okay, so not quite 52. So we can do one a week. I think next year I want to do like an episode a week, but we take a week off for like holidays. So still not getting to like 52 straight episodes for the year, but like, getting close.
Okay, okay. So more than 41, less than 52. Okay,
Yeah, because
okay,
like having a break at the end of the year is great, but I want to have some breaks during the year.
okay, okay. Um, are there any other things that you wish for season 2 of Black Geek Energy?
I mean, since we done lost our boy, man, you know what I'm saying? One of the founders, one of the originators, one of the, you know, one of the black geeks himself.
We still
I
talking
guess I
about
want to
that.
have more guests. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it forever because I'm sad. Um, I want to
Right.
have more guests, like maybe have a guest like every other episode,
Hmm.
or every third episode. But I want to have more guests because I think the dynamic of three people on the show was really good and I really enjoyed it. So I want to try to get some of that back.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
How about you? Is there anything you wish for, hope for season 2?
I just wish for, I mean, I really wish for, and I know that we can do this, but I wish for just a stable season with more fun, more laughs, more
You don't think
opportunities.
this season was stable?
No, we lost a whole
I think the
host,
season was super stable.
but we lost a whole host.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean that was that's one event. That doesn't make the whole season unstable.
I mean, we lost a whole host and we weren't able to meet and yeah, it's been a lot.
We
So
weren't able to meet. I
yeah,
think
because of
that
that one host. We
you
weren't able
you
to
you
do
making
anything.
that you giving that H sound or W sound. You ain't pronouncing that one right.
Oh, okay. Well,
He wasn't
um,
able to meet.
I just wish for a more stable season. I wish for um uh some good guests as well. I really did like the dynamics between three of us, and I wish for good guests as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that as long as we have a good stable show, we will be able to give all our listeners a
Mhm.
great podcast. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I wanna figure out a way to bring the D&D back because I think that was pretty cool. I wanna
yeah.
more video, man. I want us to figure out a way to do video virtually so that folks can see us and we can have some have some visuals to go along with these smooth sounds with the sultry sounds of our southern voices.
I mean, I actually delete the video. I just keep the
Mhm.
audio because I'm not about to be editing video. But I can do that next season, I guess. It's a
I
lot
want
more
to get an
time.
editor too. I want to get someone else to edit these videos for us so that you're not having to do all the work.
Well, that costs money and we got to get sponsors. So I want
We
some
got money,
sponsors.
bro. We
Yeah, I
got
want some
money.
sponsors. Some good old-fashioned sponsors.
Martina say we the
Martina said, "You are money bags.
we
You
you
are
are as
Scrooge
well.
McDuck. You
Screws
are
me.
Scrooge McDuck over here." Um, but yes. Am going to, I'm going to make every effort to make Black Geek Energy your favorite podcast out of them all. And we'll be right back after this commercial break for everybody's favorite part. I'm just kidding. For everybody's favorite part, the questions. No, we're not doing the
Mm.
questions this time.
That's what I
Um,
thought. That's what I was feeling because I feel pretty drained after
oh,
bringing your
like you
vision
do
live.
after we play Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, Yeah, I
Wow.
enjoyed it, but I'm tired.
Wow. So you just can't sit in one spot for long. Like you have mild ADHD.
No, because if I'm watching TV, if I'm like enraptured in a story, I can sit for a minute. And like when I play, like I said, when I played Baldur's Gate, like last night I was playing, I was only supposed to play from like 10, 10:30 to like 11. I was supposed to only play for 30 minutes. I ended up playing for like 2.5 hours. I ain't stopped
30
till like one.
minutes? No, you can't even play for 30 minutes. That's walking around the map. Yeah, don't even play for 30 minutes. That's just like a tease.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till the weekend for that game, bro. I mean, if you're gonna play for 30 minutes, just wait. Because that's not how you play Baldur's Gate 3. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we will come back next year for an update to the Marcus and Baldur's Gate 3. We're gonna see how his 30 minutes walks have been going on. We're gonna see if I finish Baldur's Gate 3, if I watch any more great movies. We're gonna have much more stuff to put you on to, and this podcast will be much better. And who knows, there may be a surprise in the feed while this break is happening. But yes,
Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep posting, man. Our Instagram, TikToks, all that stuff gonna keep popping.
yeah, yeah. Who
And
knows
feel
what'll
free
be?
to ask us questions. We might answer you.
Yeah.
I'll be on the Instagram. Uh Jared be on the Tiki Tacky and the Twitter.
All right. Yeah. Is there anything else that we want to say before we leave?
Nah, nothing, man. We appreciate all our listeners. We love you, all of our black geeks out there. And all of our non-black geeks. I want to figure out a more inclusive term for all of our fans.
This is always going to be Black Geek Energy.
This is always going to be Black Geek Energy. The show is Black Geek Energy, but you know how like if you listen to Shits and Giz, they call their fans like the cult babies because they're the cult daddies. If you listen to other podcasts, they have like names for their fans.
Mm,
The like Beyonce's fans are the Beehive. Taylor Swift's fans are the Swifties. I want to figure out a name for our fans,
okay.
something that's inclusive.
Hopefully one day
Maybe we'll call it the Black.
we will be like Beyonce. That's my
I don't know if I want to be that famous. Like I think I like because I was thinking about it the other day. It's like I'm gonna have to like create a second. Like if our podcast does get real big, I'm gonna have to create a second Instagram profile that's public so folks can follow my separate profile
would you
because
have
I'm not
like
letting
a
nobody.
but would you have
Hmm?
like a celebrity public profile of you in like Dubai and stuff?
Of me in Dubai.
Yeah, if you're famous, you're gonna go to Dubai.
Eventually, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would have a like my public profile is where I would post like all the public stuff, all the Black Geek Energy stuff, and then my private profile would just be like people I know. Like if you meet me in person and we like work together or like we actually friends, then you'll have my private profile.
All right. Yeah. All right. And that's Black Geek Energy. We will see you next year. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and we'll be
Happy
back.
holidays because everyone doesn't celebrate the same holidays. Happy holidays,
Oh yeah, that's
everybody.
true. That's true.
We
Happy
love you.
Hanukkah. Hanukkah started today, so happy Hanukkah. And
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Bye
BGE
everybody. We'll see
out.
you next year on Black Geek